how do I market when I am an introvert? And so we've talked about, introverts and extroverts before. And this is such an important, topic because a lot of the times some of the marketing strategies that I definitely recommend come more from an extroverted place. I am an extrovert. I do have some introverted traits, but I am definitely an extrovert. I will go in a room, give a presentation, talk to people. I feel excited being around people, and that's not the case for everybody. And so I think it's really important when you are identifying your marketing strategies that you do ones that are authentic to you. I would never recommend that somebody do something, even if it's like the best thing to do, that if it wasn't really true to your personality, true to your style, because what's going to end up happening is that you're going to attract maybe clients who aren't an ideal fit for you because you're attracting them in ways that really don't work for your practice. So I really want you to think about, how do you best interact with people? How do you best, how have you best marketed yourself? And how do you see other people marketing themselves? And I want you to really think about using the things that are your strengths that maybe may not be extroversion, for instance. And so some ways that could look would be, being technologically savvy. That tends to be one way that you can overcome maybe not wanting to go to networking events. There's a lot of people who do not want to go to networking events. They can be awkward. You don't know anybody. You have to schmooze. And it's like, it's not for everybody. So one way that you can drive leads to your practice is by being, number one on Google. Ranking high, having, good search engine optimization. Another way that you can do that is by buying, Google Adwords, right? And so driving traffic from technological means. Another way is for you to decide what your bandwidth is. Just because you're introverted doesn't mean that you never want to meet with people. You just might decide that you can only meet with somebody once a month. And so if that is your bandwidth, then that can be your bandwidth, and that is okay for your practice. You probably just need to be really specific and really strategic about who you're meeting during that one networking event or one-on-one meeting a month. You want to make sure that you are, using your time wisely. And so maybe instead of meeting with somebody who really isn't going to be a good referral, generator for you, that you meet with the head of the local hospital, mental health department or behavioral health department, right? That might be a better use of your time. So you don't have to feel like, I don't want you to feel like you have to go out and meet with a lot of people. I think even for extroverts, that can be hard, especially when you're in private practice and your hours are a little off. I personally have a really hard time meeting people for lunch. So many people want to meet for lunch. Thank you, anybody out there who wants to meet me for lunch, or I have like a circle of people I meet for lunch. I love it. I don't want to, not cherish those relationships. But what happens is sometimes I start my day at, 9 a.m. I'll see 3 clients and then trying to meet somebody for lunch. Usually you meet at 12. So I would have to leave after my 11. So I'd leave at 12. I don't get there till 12:15. And then, I have to take 2 hours out of the day because, I want to make sure I have enough time. I don't want to be rushing, and having a 2-hour block during the day just doesn't always work for me, for instance, because then I've got to go back to the office. It's like, I've got to be in therapy, out of therapy, in and out. And that doesn't always, work, or I just might happen to be busy that week or that day. And so even for us extroverts, meeting for networking events can, stretch us when we're already, giving so much of our time and so much of our energy towards our clients. So it's really important for you to think about other ways that you can reach potential clients in order to, build your practice, and for you to set those limits and boundaries, whether you're introverted or extroverted or some, combination. I've heard about extroverted introverts, people who are, when they're around people, they're like the life of the party, but they like to be home alone in general, recouping their energy. And so we are around people all the time. So give yourself a break if you are like, I'm definitely not doing face-to-face marketing. That is okay. You're just going to have to ramp up your in-person or your online marketing. So I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that will really help you run your practice from start to finish, whether you have a solo practice or a group practice, whether your practice is all online, in person, or a hybrid, I would definitely check out TherapyNotes. You can send paperwork from there, reminders get sent from there, you can do billing, run credit cards from there. They have a really competitive credit card rate, and they have a wonderful customer service that will help answer any questions that you have. So I definitely want you to check out TherapyNotes. When you're creating your marketing plan, I definitely want you to consider, for those of you who were on our webinar, have taken a course with me, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats when going ahead and making your marketing plan. So if you've been on one of my courses, you will know, yes, we're definitely making a SWOT analysis when it comes to both your financial planning, your marketing planning, your business planning. So you want to make sure that you're using your strengths and your opportunities when it comes to marketing in a way that is authentic for you. So I am here most days helping you build a smart practice. Send me any questions and I'll be happy to answer them here. Bye, everybody.